We're alive, man. Tough loss. I'll tell you that much. That's not even
Rudy,
a tough loss.
I don't even know how to be at a start. Seriously, I
It's
know we're
not
live.
even a tough loss. It's not even a tough
I know we're
loss.
live. Everybody, I know we're live. I know we're live. I'll do my intro
It's.
in a bit. I'm
I'll let
still.
you.
I
I'll let
can't.
you do that.
I can't. Rudy, please tell me it was a dream. Please tell me I'm gonna wake up right now and it's gonna. Oh, Jeff, you were in a dream because the Spurs had a 29 freaking point lead in Game 4 to tie up the series, and we're cruising. We're going to talk about it right now. Welcome to a live episode of Spurs in Focus right here on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcast. Look, you know where to go. Go subscribe right now. Substack, you know where to go. Spurs in Focus, Substack. Myself, Rudy Campos, we're here to discuss the debacle in New York City.
We're here to
The
discuss the end of the season.
The greatest comeback for the Knicks, the greatest comeback ever in NBA Finals history, courtesy of your Spurs bleeping the bed in the second half. We're going to talk about our general takeaways. We're going to get into our freaking standout stats. Remember, Rudy, they can be good and bad. Okay, they just mean to do what stands out. That's
What
all.
part of bad? I mean, what part of good do we have except for the first half? That's it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. We're going to go to turning point. We're going to get, look, I see you guys really flooding the comment section right now. Rudy's the man right now. He's in charge of it right now. So he's checking it out. Rudy, you want to talk about super chats before we begin? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of Spurs fans want to jump to the top of the line and vent right now because we just witnessed the greatest collapse in Spurs franchise history. We just saw it happen at the worst time on the worst stage.
Yeah, first, like Jeff mentioned, super chats. If you want to get to the top of the line, we are taking super chats. What super chats do? It basically gives back to the show. You pay for the super chat. A lot of times we give it right back to you guys. Ask Austin. He's going to be getting a package pretty soon from us here. We basically give it back to you guys, so it's the best way to support us here on the show, support us so we can keep going on the show. Like we always say, nothing's free. We got to pay for a lot of this stuff. So again, we appreciate all your help on that. That's a super chats happen. And not only is the super chat live, Jeff, but a super collapse is live as well.
Good point. Look, everybody, first of all, thank y'all for just staying up after the game. I know it's difficult right now. Spurs fans are reeling across the globe right now. I already been looking at social media and I asked pretty much Spurs fans what the bleep just happened. What did we just witness? There's a lot of blame to go around. Okay, let me start off that way. The blame game starts in the second half. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's just get this out of the way. The general takeaways first. Okay. You got to play bleeping 4 periods of basketball, Spurs. This first half stellar domination stuff, that's good and all. Or as the kids would say, Rudy, that's cute. But what does it get you? What does getting a 29-point lead get you if you can't maintain that? What does having shooting over 60% from the field, 60% from the 3 line in the first half, in the first quarter, nevertheless, get you if you can't finish the job? General takeaway is this Spurs team crumbled before our eyes. This Spurs team showed their inexperience. But was scary, though, and just more upsetting, was some of the inexperience, Rudy, came from veteran players. De'Aaron Fox, the last time I checked, you're an all-star. Last time I checked, you've been to the playoffs before. Last time I checked, you are the co-star of the team. And when you're ahead and, you might want to dribble the ball out because that kills the clock, Rudy. That is kind of the biggest general takeaway is how it ended. Talk about Fox. You were quick.
No, yeah.
Talk about Fox. Yeah.
I texted you about it. I defend the guy a lot, and I also call him out a lot. I call him out a whole lot on the show when he doesn't do right. Now, he had an 18-point game, 4 turnovers, but
not good enough.
The
Rudy.
biggest, but the biggest part, and I can get to my turning point of the game, was the fact though that when they got the steal, when it basically went off of Brunson, and he ran down the court to get that ball and pick it up, he goes for a layup. You do not chance that. Why? Because you are well under the shot clock. The shot clock turns off. You could have dribbled the ball out. Just dribble the ball back out. There was 2 Knick defenders that were in the paint with him. dribble the ball out, at least another 8-9 seconds comes off that clock. They're gonna foul you. I mean, I'd rather you go to the line to make two than leave it in the ref's hands to make a call whether you get fouled or not. You miss a layup, timeout Knicks. We saw what happened with OG. Biggest collapse in Spurs history. No, F that. Biggest collapse in sports history other than the Atlanta Falcons and New England Patriots Super Bowl.
Yes.
That is another sports collapse, but this one,
Yeah.
dare I say, ranks right up there.
This was the score at halftime, everybody. 76-49. Your silver and black cruising, crushing the Knicks 41-22 in the first period, crushing the Knicks in the second period 35-27. At half, they were shooting freaking 54% from the field. I'm sorry, from the three line, actually, and 60% from the field. They were a plus freaking 27 as a team at halftime, while the Knicks were a minus 27 and looked like they were about to get wrecked. Rudy, I was so confident that the Spurs could maintain the lead that I was even saying to myself, look, the Knicks are going to make a comeback. They're known for that. We saw that in the playoffs. But I was so confident in this young Spurs team to at least maintain, even if they were to win by 10, I would have taken it because that would show me, hey, they can bend, they can't break. But they broke. They broke. Poor game mismanagement, poor shot selection, poor player decisions on the field. And I thought your superstars are supposed to rise up. One did. And that's Jalen Brunson. One kind of did, but just wasn't enough to close out the game. Wembanyama even missed free throws down the stretch that could have iced it. And again, Rudy, I was still giving this young Spurs team the benefit of the doubt. I was texting you. I was saying, look, I think that Hart missed dunk / layup changed it because I think that was going to be the deciding non-basket made. But the Spurs were going to get it. And sure enough, I was thinking it was right. It was like, but the Spurs were up 1 second, one with about 5 seconds left until, you forgot to box out and then you let OG come in and do a little tip in, and that was ball game. Rudy, it just feels like when it came to crunch time, the Spurs crumbled.
Absolutely, they did. I mean, you only scored 20 points in the second half. Let that sink in. You scored 41 in the first quarter, 35 in the second quarter, and 20 points total in the second half. I've never, and you know what? We've said it before. If you live by the three, like you did in the first half, you're gonna die by the three when you're not making it in the second half. It just seemed like their offense went stagnant. It seemed, and I think I texted you, but I know I texted Derek and the group guys over at Box Score, and I said, you know what? They're playing to not lose the lead. They were playing so cautious. They were not coming out the way they did.
And I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that if they're playing smart basketball.
No,
passing smart.
Jeff, you could be up 45 points in basketball. You could be up 40. You do not play not to lose the lead. You continue to play the way you have to get yourself to that lead. Any coach and any true player will tell you that. You do not play scared. It's comical. It really is comical. This is terrible.
I didn't think they were playing scared. You saw Castle, going at the offensive rebounds, getting the fouls. You saw him attacking. You saw other players attacking. It's just the Knicks. They are a veteran team. They know how to win. They knew that they can come back. They did it before against Cleveland. They did it against Atlanta. They did it several times throughout the regular season. They live for this. And the Spurs, did they not scout that, Rudy? Did they not see oh, wait, against the Cavs, they made a historic comeback down 20? Rudy, dare I say this Spurs team maybe was a little cocky going into this game. Your thoughts? I think they were. If you hear the comments, they were kind of playing acting a little swaggery. You saw the interview that Castle had with Malika on ESPN. Oh, we're winning the next three. And that's Castle. I mean, why don't you just take the first game?
Cockiness is, I'm okay with being cocky going into the game, but what I'm not okay is you being cocky and giving it up in a second half. I mean, when you're up 29 and the Knicks make a comeback, I get it. Basketball is a game of runs. Teams are gonna make a run in all parts of the game. There's no doubt about that. But when you started the lead getting chipped, when it started coming down, coming down, coming down, and you had texted me, I think it's over. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. This is a different Knicks team. This is a Knicks team that's at home. They've already made a comeback like this against Cleveland.
Mhm.
And you know what? I don't mind the cockiness. I don't mind the big head and thinking, oh, we're gonna come in and we're gonna win the next three.
Yeah.
I like that, but you need to back it up. I mean, you backed it up for one half. You
Yeah.
had the Knicks reeling. They had no idea how to defend you. They had no idea what to do on both sides of the ball. Karl
Mm.
Anthony Towns was in foul trouble. I don't want to hear Spurs fans blame the refs. I don't want to hear anybody, blaming calls or anything like that. Knicks came in the second half. They put an ass whooping to the San Antonio
Mhm.
Spurs. And guess what? You're coming back home down 3-1. Series is pretty much over. I would say about a 98%.
Hold on. You're saying
Lock.
it's a wrap. You're saying it's a wrap.
I say it's 98% a wrap more than likely.
Spurs got to beat the Knicks 3 times in a row. There ain't no way that gonna happen.
They can't
Ain't
even
no
beat
way.
him for 4 quarters, Jeff. What makes you think you can beat him 3 times in a row?
Because I'm being a homer right now and I'm trying to cling on to something right now because I'm
Honestly,
upset.
man, it's Spurs in focus. I get it, but after homerism, you got to call it like you see it. And the thing is, if you can't beat a team when you're up almost 30 points for 4 quarters, do you really have faith they can win 3 straight
It's
games? If
true.
they do, by all means, congratulations, San
Yeah.
Antonio. You shut everybody in the world up, but you couldn't beat a Knicks team for 4 quarters. Four
Yeah.
quarters. I mean, you're
That's
asking for a
incredible.
3-game win streak? That's pretty
Yeah.
damn tough.
This is how crazy it was, a tale of two halves. It literally was. It was night and day for this Spurs team. All right. So in the first half, your San Antonio Spurs on the plus minus column were a plus 27, while the Knicks were a minus 27. All right. They're cruising. They're clicking, right? Let's fast forward to the second half, periods 3 and 4 combined. The Knicks were a plus 28, while the Spurs were a minus 28. That is a collapse, everybody. The Spurs in the second half, they only made 8 shots for the entire second half. 21% shooting from the silver and black. And they make 3 3-pointers. They chucked up 17. It wasn't falling. Go to your bread and butter. The paint. You got a guy named Wemby, right? He was pretty much abusing the Knicks in that first half. No, they didn't. In the second half, points in the paint, Knicks 16, Spurs 4. They dominated the Knicks, dominated the Spurs in the second half in the paint. They dominated on defense. They crushed them in the plus minus. As hot as the Spurs were in the first half from the field, 60% shooting. In the second half, the Knicks go 51%. They caught fire at the right spot, and they connected on 11 of 23 pointers. There was no 3-point defense. There's just no defense in that second half. Rudy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a total collapse. I mean, there's no, you allow OG and Anunoby to go off for 33 points. He's gonna get his, but when he's getting 33 and Brunson's getting 30, and a lot of them coming in that second half, I mean, you're not gonna win. There's no way to win that game. And again, we talked about last game. Karl Anthony Towns did not have a good game, 13 points.
Yeah.
I mean, you stopped the one guy that was killing you in the first 2 games only to just collapse overall everywhere else. And that's the issue, is that they couldn't defend the 3 line. They could not defend it forever to save their life. But what
Mhm.
do? They go on the other side of the ball and they try to chalk up threes that were working in the first half. I think there was one possession where they had the ball. Wemby shot a 3,
Mhm.
missed, got it back, shot a 3 again. I'm like, what are you doing? I
Yeah.
understand shooters shoot, but Jesus Christ, if you're not making them, relaxed, work on something else. That double screen, that
Yeah.
high double screen they were running seemed to have been working. But what came back to haunt them too is not only the defense, but turnovers, man. Their
Oh,
key
yeah.
turnovers. I mean, Fox had some turnovers that you were like, what are we doing? Why would you
Yeah.
make that pass? You get caught in the air.
They
Yeah,
kind of, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
yeah, they got less turnovers than the Knicks.
But they got lucky on that play because Hart did a boneheaded thing when he was going for the
He
layup or
did,
dunk.
he did,
So,
but not only that, there was another opportunity. What was it? Castle again with Fox. Fox makes the pass and Castle turns his head. And then there was another turnover. So
yeah.
I have no idea where, and I think we had a comment in here. I love to hear what they say, but what did Mitch Johnson say at halftime to really just make this team relax and stay in their locker room? I mean, if it's
He
me,
probably ate too many chicken nuggets at halftime.
well, I mean, honestly, are you saying, "Hey, we're doing a good job. Let's keep doing what you're doing"? No, You do what that guy Wally on Necessary Roughness, you rip off their heads and you shit down their necks. That's the kind of pep talk you need to
Yeah,
give
you talk to them
if
as
you're
if
up
they're down
21.
20, not up 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why they came out so flat, man. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is the stuff that could break a team up in the future. I'm just
Ooh, I
saying.
wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that
Bullshit.
far.
Bullshit.
I
Watch. I'm
wouldn't go that
calling it
far.
now. I'm calling it now. This is the kind of loss that could definitely break a team up. It really can. Not in a year, not in 2 years, but if it continues to happen, this could be a loss you look back at. Yeah, this could be it.
Well, if you say breakup by maybe considering trading Fox, then maybe, but look, ultimately, it's like, do we even want to talk about the first half? I mean, does it even matter at this point? What
Cares about
matters is
this.
the out.
Yeah, well, they lost. I mean, there's really nothing
Exactly.
to
I
talk
mean,
about.
as good as they were in the first half, and look, let me tell you, the Spurs fans, they were good. I was just like, oh my god, this is going to be easy. Hey, Rudy, let's start our post game live show at the fourth quarter because this is Spurs they're gonna get the W here. But it's just you saw the inexperience, you saw the rushing of shots, you saw so much, and there's a lot of blame to go around, and there is. It is a team game. But Rudy, I'm gonna let you have this one here. Ultimately it falls on the head coach, Mitch Johnson. Is he the ultimate blame in this catastrophic disaster in New York City?
I've always said that you can blame the coach for a lot of stuff, but you can't
Mhm.
blame him for missed 3-point shots, missed opportunities on the court because he's not on the court. You can blame him for his lineup at the end of the game. You can
Mhm.
blame him for, maybe trying something different. I mean, he didn't make the turnovers that,
Yeah.
that De'Aaron Fox had. He had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Those are totally different. But at what point, I mean, you got to look at Mitch and say, okay, they're coming back. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, like, okay, where's that timeout, Mitch? Where you have two timeouts in the last 30 seconds, and you see momentum definitely swung. I mean, there's a lot of different things. And you know what? Here's the other part. De'Aaron Fox picks up that ball. Mitch could call timeout.
Yeah.
I mean, settle the guys down. I mean, there's so many things that you could probably put on Mitch Johnson. I would say part of the blame, I don't know how much. Would you say maybe half or 40% of that blame goes on Mitch
I'll
for this
bump it
game?
up a bit, maybe 45%.
So you asked me, but let me ask you, what do you blame Mitch for? I'm
The
saying he's at fault.
mismanagement, game
I'm saying he's at
mismanagement,
fault.
game mismanagement. Look, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I do blame Mitch. So don't get me wrong. I don't want fans to say I don't blame him. I do blame Mitch to a point, but I want to hear what you have to blame Mitch for, because for me, it's the rotation at the end of the game.
Yes.
It's not getting on his guys' asses for continuing to live by that three. And
Yeah.
again, they weren't following in that second half. Also, Wemby, again, out on the perimeter. I
Mhm.
don't get that. I mean, I don't get that again.
Yeah.
So you're right, rotation and game management. But what else do you see that you could blame Mitch for?
Obviously, the lack of calling a timely timeout. I think even during the broadcast, when the Knicks were rolling, the broadcast were saying, Mitch, you do have 2 timeouts.
Exactly. That's what I was
And
saying.
he never used them early. Like literally, the moment the bleeding first started, call a timeout. And I think he did. But when the bleeding continued, you didn't see that. He was trying to let the guys play through it. And they obviously were not getting anything. As far as Mitch is concerned, yes, he has lots of blame. But I'm also looking at the bench. Let's fast forward to the fourth period, everybody. All right. So again, fourth period, at least for the most part until the end, the Spurs were ahead. In that fourth period, the Spurs still had that big lead of like 20 something. It was still there.
They were up 20 in the fourth, I believe.
Yeah, they were up 20 points in the fourth. All right. So again, bench, you got to get out there. So Wemby played the entire fourth quarter. He played all 12 minutes, right? Even then, in those 12 minutes, your superstar, Victor Wembanyama, in 12 minutes in the fourth period, when the entire game is falling apart for them, he goes minus 16, scores 5 points, and he goes 2 for 9 from the field. And he missed, no, he didn't take any threes, thank goodness. But again, minus 16 for 5 points. Now, what about, Brunson? Rudy, you talked about this when the series started. Ultimately it's going to come down to the stars. They have to do their star power and win the games. So Jalen Brunson, he plays nearly 12 minutes, 11 minutes and 50 seconds, plus 18, scores 9 points, clutch, 3 for 6 from the field, and hits a 3-pointer and hits both of his free throws. So yeah. Stars rise, right? Well, the Knicks star rose in the fourth period while Wemby crumbled. Also, bench. I go back to the bench. So in the fourth period, where it's pretty much all hands on deck, the lead is slipping away. Everybody's got to up their game. So let's get this W, right? The bench for the Spurs in the fourth period, 2 points. That's it. From Dylan Harper. You got nothing from Keldon Johnson in 4 minutes. He only went 2 men deep. He went to Keldon and Dylan. That's it. He did not go to Cornette. He didn't even. I would have been okay with Barnes out there just to settle the team down, just to like get that veteran presence out there. Yeah. Something, anything. He didn't get anything. So the Knicks, their bench, they scored 8 points, and it was all by, I think it was McBride. Alvarado. Yeah, Alvarado, 8 points in that thing. So he single-handedly outscored the Spurs bench 8-2. And you got productions not just from the star player, Jalen Brunson. You got 8 points for OG Anunoby, by the way, who I think he's kind of an unsung hero for the Knicks in this series. You get 5 points from Cat, his first points in the fourth period in the entire series. You get 2 points from Bridges, and of course 9 from Brunson. Now for the Spurs, you got 5 points from Wemby, Castle with 6, and Fox with 3. Not enough. You had Fox and Castle with 2 critical turnovers in that fourth period. There was a lot of blame to go around. You had Harper with 2 turnovers in that fourth period. I want to go back to Mitch here. Do you think he's playing with one arm tied behind his back right now? That he cannot go deep. He cannot go deep like maybe Mike Brown can on the Knicks side.
That's a good question. You know what? Before I answer it, we got a super chat in here.
Yeah. And Austin, what's up, Austin? Are you okay, Austin? Are you crying in the shower right now and in the fetal position right now? Because I am.
Austin with the super chat again. Like I said, when we get super chats from you guys, we do give it back to y'all guys. So don't worry, Austin. You're gonna get something in the mail, like I talked to you earlier about it. But he says, "What the heck just happened? 29 points, really, Spurs? I am lost for freaking words, guys. How do you let that happen? Dang it, Spurs! It should be 2-2. I'm sorry for ranting. You can't let that happen. Help me." And I think we're all feeling Austin's pain right now. You were up 29, and I'm looking at the De'Aaron Fox play again, Jeff. He picked it up at 12 seconds left in the game. 12 seconds left in the game. Spurs were up 106-105. A true point guard knows the time, and he knows what to do.
But Rudy, I thought he's clutch. Rudy, I thought he's clutch.
Well, clutch is, I guess, scoring, but and he got blocked by, I think it was Cat. That's who I'm looking at. So, I mean, or either Anunoby or Cat. No, it was Anunoby who blocked him. But that's the thing. It's the fact that I get where Austin's coming from. It should be 3-1. It should be 3-1 Spurs. 2, 3, and 4 should have gone to San Antonio. There's no doubt in my mind. But, I mean, you can rant all you want, Austin. Everybody's at loss for words. It's just a terrible, terrible loss over round. But again, you can blame the coaching staff. You can blame De'Aaron Fox for that last play that he did. I mean, you can blame the Spurs for falling in love with the 3. There's just so much blame to go around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna let you talk about Austin here for a little bit because I'm still.
Austin, what if I'm digging deeper here, Austin, I'm seeing just how they just went away from what got them going. They were aggressive. They were the ones with, taking good shots. You had contributions from everybody. Wemby was being Wemby, but you were getting stuff from Castle, from Champagny. The list goes on, and they just went away from that. I just saw the lack of experience keep on peeking its head out throughout this series. You go away from putting pressure on the rim. You went away, from screen and rolls. It just felt like they just stopped. And we all saw that, Austin. They went from attacking to settling for outside shots and threes in the second half. Mm-hmm. The Knicks put them on their heels. The Knicks were forcing them to miss shots in the second half. This ranks it up there, man. This ranks it up there.
How does it rank? I mean, when you say ranks up there, it's number 1. And I'm talking about NBA history.
Spurs history, I think it vaults at number 1 now.
It's so far up number 1 that number
1 for me was always still the Ross Strickland pass.
The Ross Strickland pass it looks like it looks like just a oopsie compared to this game. This game will forever go down in Spurs history as the biggest shit tank ever. And I don't know if it'll ever be topped.
Yeah. Well, we got Mitch Johnson talking right now. This is what he had to say about the loss and how painful it was. He says, quote, "That's a game where you sit there and you say you had the type of personnel that you had. You shot the ball decent for a half, Mitch. You played a pretty clean game. Then kind of didn't finish the job. Stop putting energy in the right spots that got you in the lead and what we're playing for. What got them the lead was aggressiveness, not settling for 3-pointers and an outside shot, having balance between the outside shot and attacking the rim, getting contributions from everybody. And then that just evaporated. And the defense just evaporated in the second half, too. The Knicks couldn't make a shot in the first half. The Spurs were playing good pressure defense. And then all of a sudden, it's like, Bridges is out there, Brunson is out there, OG's out there, and they can't make threes. They weren't making threes in the first half. They don't make them now. No, they just settle for that. And then you get it. Finally, Cat gets going in the fourth period. Again, the bar was low for him, but he got going. Where do you think some of the mind games going into this game was apparent? You saw Wemby talking trash to Mitchell Robinson, saying, "I'm in your head. I'm in your head." Again, I go back to a little bit of cockiness this team may have had going into this game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much like I said, I don't mind the cockiness. I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I think it gives you the right to talk all the s you want because you're up 29. You're making it look easy. My
Mhm.
problem is when you're up that amount and then you start to just settle. You start to just not you play to not lose the lead, and that's what they did to me. They went for threes. Oh, we know
Yeah.
we're hot from three. Oh, we missed one, no big deal. Oh, we missed two. Ah, it's okay. We missed five. It might be a problem. Before you know it, you're down by one at the end of the game. Think about it. The Knicks probably only led the game for what, maybe 2 minutes, Jeff? The entire game
Their,
total?
their lead is the final
Total.
score. Their lead is the final score.
They-
That was the
they-
only lead they had.
that's it.
A one
That's
point
it.
lead.
I mean, that is a true 48-minute ass whooping by the New York Knicks right there. I mean,
It wasn't 48 minutes. It was
okay, 24-minute ass whooping. I'm
but
sorry.
it was the right 24 minutes.
I mean, that was the right 24 minutes, like you said. But I mean, it's just I don't really know. I know what I want to say, but I don't want to make all 860 people with us right now turn off their TVs and all this
Don't
other
say it.
stuff
Don't say
because
it.
no. I mean, it's
We love our listeners and watchers.
no. It's not even
For
that about the
sure.
listeners. I just don't want to go on a cussing rant like I have before in other
Oh, I see.
podcasts. Is all it is. So
You
that's all
see,
it is.
that's why we do have one. We do have a members only Spurs in Focus section. If
Oh no.
once we start getting members,
Oh
then
God.
those members can then see Rudy go off. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. This
yeah.
is that's crazy. It's a
Oh
crazy.
man, oh man. I'm looking at some of the numbers here. So again, the first half, again, the
Again,
Spurs
thank you
played.
for Austin. I'm sorry. Thank you for Austin for the
Yeah,
super
thanks,
chat. We'll
Austin.
get back to
Appreciate
it.
it. Yeah. You look, everything was just going right for the Spurs in the first half. The points in the paint, they were outscoring them 24-18. What others was going on for them? Fast break points, were right there with the Knicks. Spurs 9, Knicks 11. They weren't letting that get away from them. Again, the 29-point lead. But then you want to circle back to points in the paint, all right? So in the first half, Spurs 24, Knicks 18. All right. So let's fast forward to the second half here and let's see what the points in the paints look like. I'm gonna pull them up. Here we go. Points in the paint. Knicks 16-4. That's what got the Spurs lead, attacking the rim. They went away from that
Mhm.
too. This is just so bad, Rudy. This is so bad. Do you think this broke their backs? That broke their spirit?
Yeah. I mean, this is like I said, I'm the one that said it earlier, Jeff. This is a loss that could really snowball, be a snowball effect, and it could potentially break up a team. And not because not maybe in the off season, maybe in a couple of years, when some of these guys are getting their max deals, you could potentially, I mean, let's put it this way. Look at the OKC, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Three superstars. I mean, you're
Mm-hmm.
potentially looking at in Castle, Wemby, and Harper. I mean, plus you can throw Fox in there. I mean, this is a different type of league right here, and this is a catastrophic loss. It's again, You think OKC is not going to reload in the offseason? They're going to reload in the offseason. Do you
Yeah,
not think
Dallas is going to get
Minnesota
better. Houston's going to get
Minnesota's
better.
going to get reload in the offseason? They're going to probably get another great player. So the Spurs, this could potentially be, and I'm just saying potentially, but once you get to the finals, I mean, you want to do all that you can. I would have settled. You can say, "Oh, 1 point loss, that's great." No, it's not. It's not that you lost by 1 point. It's how you lost
Yeah.
by 1 point. You gave the game away. You pretty much more than likely gave the series away. Yeah, this is a catastrophic. I don't even know if it's catastrophic. I mean, I hope Game 5 tickets are probably back to the normal $80 and $100 because
I think
yeah.
Jacob Eric mentioned that in the chat. He said,
Oh, he did,
"Man,
yeah.
tickets will be cheap on Saturday."
Yeah, it could definitely be. It's just a meltdown all the way around. We got another super chat.
And you know what? Oh, you see that in the super chat? Did you say that or not?
Yeah, we got one more super chat that came in here. Austin's back in here again. Love Austin for this, man. He keeps moving. He keeps us going. Austin keeps the lights on here at Spurs in Focus, and I appreciate that so much.
I want my lights off right now as I cry.
He says, I mean, this is the nicest possible way. I love me some De'Aaron Fox, but don't get me wrong, but he pulled a Russell Westbrook tonight. Why? Hold the dang ball. That tops the Rod Strickland behind the back pass. That tops the Manu Ginobili foul on Dirk Nowitzki in that playoff series. I mean,
Okay, does this top the Ray Allen 3?
yes.
Clapped?
Yes. I mean,
Does really? I don't know. I think Ray Allen 3 is still up there because that's the title's there.
no.
The title
Okay,
is there.
the title was there, but you know what? The Spurs weren't up 29 points, Jeff.
And Spurs still had a lead though.
They were not
And
29 points.
no, that one hurt more because back to back was finally going to happen for the Spurs.
No, I mean, it hurt. It hurt a lot. But they weren't up 29, Jeff. I mean, you literally had to score 22 points in the second half. You scored 20. If you
Right.
score 22 points, you win. Or
See,
if you score 20 and you hold the ball at the end of the game, you win. There's nothing to think about.
Thank you, Big Texan 52. Yes, I agree with you. I think when you roll out the trophy, getting ready to celebrate, that hurts more than what's just happened. Yeah.
Golly. I see. Jacob says this one hurts more. It hurts.
This is actually a good conversation for the offseason. We'll bank this for the offseason.
You really want to talk about this in the offseason?
Yes, I do.
Trying to forget about this. And
Yes, I do. I do want to talk about this in the offseason.
Well,
and again,
I need a bottle of Jack.
I really, really thought that no matter what, that Hart mess up, dunk, layup, whatever it was do was gonna be the difference in a win for the Spurs. I really thought it was gonna be like a free throw game. Oh, Josh Hart. At the end of the day, Josh Hart could have been the hero. But my God, I did not think they would do a simple thing like not box out OG, not box out a player. Basic basketball fundamentals you're taught. And you didn't do that. OG saves the day for the Spurs. Once again, you are here on the live episode of Spurs in Focus to discuss the collapse in Manhattan, the collapse in the Big Apple. Your Spurs are down in the series 3-1 after blowing a 29-point lead. And, they're now down. They're 107-106. That is your final score. The Knicks lead was the final score. That's what happened. Hearts are breaking across Spurs world right now, fandom. Again, in the second half, your Spurs only managed to score 14 points in the third and 16 points in the fourth. And your superstar, Wembanyama, missed critical free throws and did not rise to the challenge in the final frame, only scoring 5 points.
I got to correct myself. I said 20 points in the second half. It's 30. I'm sorry.
It was the 30-point lead for the Spurs?
No. I'm saying they only scored 30 points.
They only scored 30 points. Okay.
I said 20. I meant 30. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. When we get back, we're going to give you my big takeaways from the game. Yes, there are some. Rudy's going to give you his, and then I guess we'll play the game, turning point, all that good stuff, and then get to you guys, Spurs in Focus commenters. You guys are leaving a bunch of them. We're going to get to them coming up next right here on Spurs in Focus.
As the new leader of the Decepticons, I command you to subscribe to Spurs in Focus.
We got Franklin Jella Skeletor making an appearance today.
You guess
Still the GOAT. Still the GOAT. Although Leto, man, he did a really good job, man. He did a good job. I'm not going to take it away from him.
Did Leto put up a semi-Heath performance like he had with the Joker? With his ledger with the Joker?
Yes.
I would
Yes.
say yes. So
Yeah, I think
that
he is.
puts him above Langella.
Ooh, no.
Oh, he's Joker was way above Langella, and if you
Mangella's
compare it,
monologue when he became right before he became God Skeletor was phenomenal.
yeah,
Jet,
but
Leto didn't have that opportunity, so that's again. We'll bank this. We need something to last smile about it right now after the Spurs
oh my
had a
god,
major collapse in the Big Apple. The Knicks 3-1 lead. Yeah, 3-1 lead. One more win, they are the new champs. The Spurs need to beat the Knicks 3 straight. That ain't gonna happen. And you know what's gonna suck, Rudy? Is now this team, Spurs, has to sit on this for 2 days and just stew in it. And by the way, there's a chance the Knicks could be raising their title trophy in San Antonio this Saturday. In San Antonio.
I
Not the fact
okay.
that they already beat the crap out of Spurs fans in the previous game, game 3. Now, to add insult to injury, there's a chance the Knicks are going to raise their trophy this Saturday in San Antonio.
Probably, and I don't know. I mean, do you think they win Game 5?
The Spurs or the Knicks?
Knicks.
Crap, that's a good question.
I'm gonna get okay. I
I'm
was
going to say
negative all
no. I
night.
think the Spurs are going to get the W.
I've been negative all night, and I'm gonna continue to be negative because there's really no positive to this. But if the Knicks allow Spurs to get Game 5, there's a small worry. There's a small worry because everybody knows the hardest game is the closeout game in
Close
any
that game,
series. So if the Spurs come back, blow this off, whatever, and they get Game 5, okay, go back to New York. The chances of them winning in New York are slim to none, but slim is still there. So you don't want to give them any opportunity. I say the Knicks probably do come into San Antonio, put their foot on their throat, and do whatever they can to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Spurs may get the victory, but I'm more leaning on the side of them probably not. So
Yeah. Well, okay.
it's
We'll have a complete Game 5 preview tomorrow here at Spurs in Focus. We have on deck Shane Carter from the Ticket 760. He's going to join us to preview the Saturday game. We don't have a show on the weekends. We will have one technically because the Game 5 Saturday. So we're going to be back on Friday night. But
about
nevertheless,
drunk in an alley
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Oh, good Lord. All right, Spurs fans, Spurs and Focus fans, let's do my takeaways from the debacle in New York City. It's not good, but here they are. I give them one, Rudy. I'll give them one. I like the hot shooting to start. Okay. The Spurs are unbeatable when they're shooting the ball like that. All right. But you got to maintain that, Spurs. You got to continue doing that. Since you gave Spurs fans just one half of good news, building that 29-point lead, I'll give you one on my 3 list here, but that's it because the next 2 are just bad. I saw this young team crumble under the pressure, under the spotlight. That is one of my key takeaways is they're still not there yet. A veteran team would have done what is needed to maintain a freaking 29-point lead in the NBA Finals. They didn't do that. And we've been hitting in it throughout the show here. I'm going to say poor game management from the coaching side, not calling timeouts, Mitch, and not subbing in players who are not being productive, not making the right calls, and to De'Aaron Fox not dribbling the ball out, to Wembanyama not making key free throws. He had clumsy turnovers by Dylan Harper, Steph Castle, Fox in the 4th period, and no defense. The game was managed horrifically on both ends of the court. Again, 14 points in the 3rd, 16 points in the final frame. Well, the Knicks just went off, and they allowed Brunson, the one guy that can torch them, they allowed that to happen. So poor game management. I'm going to leave it up on the screen there for you, Rudy. Go ahead and take your reaction.
I don't really care about a hot shooting start. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. So, to me, if you're gonna give them that only positive, I'm okay with you giving them the positive. They were hot to
I'm
start.
just giving them one positive because they gave me one good half. So
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather it be a good second half than the first half. So,
good 4 quarters of basketball on that this crap.
that's why I'm saying if they can't beat the Knicks from 4 quarters, what makes you think they can beat them 3 in a row? I hope they do, and if they do,
Because Rudy, you're a homer. That's why.
I'm not a homer. I love my Spurs.
Just messing with you.
I mean, I'll call it like I see it, man. The crumbled under pressure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They crumbled under pressure. they got away from what was working. They decided to play to keep the lead instead of just continue to build on the lead. They settled for
Mm-mm-mm.
their defense. I'm not gonna lie, their defense on Brunson, he was hitting Jeff. He was hitting ungodly shots. I mean,
Yeah, he was cooking. He was just cooking us.
it's kind of why I've been comparing him. He reminds me a lot of Kobe, man, where Kobe would just get so freaking hot in some of these
Yeah.
playoff games, and you're like, you can't do nothing. You really cannot do nothing. So yeah, you got to give him credit. But again, when he's hitting them, you've gotta seize every opportunity you can, and that goes back on the offensive side of the ball. They crumbled more on the offensive side than they did on the defensive side, and that's the sad part is you were so hot in scoring 76 points in the first half,
That's it, buddy.
and you only scored 30 in the second half. I mean that's the pressure right there for game management. Yeah, it goes back to what I just said. Your offense just became so stagnant. It was the reason why they lost games in the playoff was the exact same reason why they lost and blew this lead in this game. It became stagnant. It became stale. It became too, well, we're going to shoot the three ball, or, well, we're going to have Wemby, at the top of the key. He's going to try to shoot three. He's going to miss. He's going to try to shoot another three. He's going to miss. You've got to change. You've got to change something up, whether it is bring in a Harrison Barnes, bring in somebody else. And your management part goes to coaching, because I get he's sixth man of the year. I love Keldon. I've talked to Keldon. I've interviewed Keldon Johnson before. He's such a great player. The community loves him and stuff. But when you go again 2 points, I don't understand that. And what frustrates the hell out of me more is he continues to drive the ball, and he's throwing up shit. He reminds me a lot of DeJuan Blair. I mean, you're just throwing shit up. You're throwing shit up, hoping that it goes in, and you're like, "What are you doing?" Every opportunity.
Oh yeah,
It's like
Luby's
the
right now
regular
eating
season.
Tulu and platters.
It's like you see it hasn't worked in any of the playoff games yet. You still continue to do it, man. So yeah, I mean, those are good takeaways right there, man.
All right, what are your key takeaways from the debacle in Manhattan?
Takeaway number one is definitely just get the hell out of New York. That place has just been terrible for San Antonio. Even in that win, they didn't suffer, the fans suffered. Now the fans are going to be even more unruly. That's a small takeaway as far as personally, but big thing for me was it was those timely turnovers, Jeff.
Yeah.
You saw a few turnovers. De'Aaron Fox had a few of them. Stephon
Good
Tasso had a
Lord.
couple. I mean, it was timely turnovers. That was one that was just like, you're talking maybe like 6 points, 7 points off of some of these turnovers that they had. Difference in the game right there. They did such a terrific job protecting the ball in the first half that, I mean, they didn't get their first turnover till I believe late in the second quarter. Then they did a really good job in game three. That was the reason why they won this game. Then they just started playing careless at the end of the game, even into early in the second half, and that came back to bite them. That's my first takeaway is the turnover battle. Just untimely turnovers. Second takeaway of the game is you have to go back to basketball 101. The fundamentals of basketball need to be reiterated to this team. Whatever got you a 29-point lead, yes, the Knicks are going to adjust. They're going to come out at halftime. They're going to make adjustments, but that doesn't mean you continue to do what you were doing
Right.
because it worked in the first half. Where they make the adjustment, you have to make that exact adjustment as well. You have to see what's going to continue to work. They didn't attack the paint as much. Wemby was still floating around outside of the key.
As he
In
was.
the three-point lane. I don't understand. Again, I get you want to be Kevin Durant and Steph Curry at 7'5". You're generational in a lot of people's eyes. You're knocking down threes when you can. Notice I said when you can. Majority of the time, Wemby is not a great three-point shooter at all. You're 7'5" for a reason. Get your ass under the basket. Make it tough. Make them work under the basket against you. I don't understand it. There's a few opportunities he could have been under the basket. Jeff, all he scores is 6 points under the basket. You're talking about a what? 112, 107 win. And that's my last takeaway. My last takeaway was that they could not get a run killer to save their life. Knicks were on a run. Spurs continued to play conservative basketball. They
Mhm.
continued to make mistakes. They would get a basket here, a basket there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Knicks would come on another run. They could not get a key basket to save their life and to stop the bleeding. So those are my three takeaways. I wish I had a positive. The only positive I can say is that there may not be anybody honking on Military or downtown,
Or
Jeff. So
downtown, yeah.
you might get some sleep tonight.
I don't know if I don't even know if I'm gonna get sleep because of how this game ended.
I got to go back
Seriously.
to work after this. So I mean, yeah, I'm not getting much sleep at all.
By the way, everybody doesn't know that Rudy works 24 hours. Seriously.
I really do. That's
He
pretty
really
bad.
does.
I
I'm
really
gonna be
do.
serious, everybody. He really does. I do. There have been times where I've been talking to Rudy and it's like I'm getting text from him at like 5 a.m. I'm like, what's he doing up still?
Yeah.
Man, oh man, yes, it was not a funny, not a funny. It wasn't a pretty thing. We have some words from Victor Wembanyama after the game. He talked about his emotions after the Spurs just fell apart. He says, I don't know about the emotions, but it was painful. Of course, it feels like we worked too hard and gave up our leads. It's as simple as that. It's just hurt. He goes on to say that what's going through his mind right now, he says, quote, what's going through my mind right now? I think it's going to be go in one of two ways. One of two ways, a bad one and a good one. The bad one would be giving up. The good one would be getting stronger through this and getting more together. I know this is what we're going to do. All right, let me just react to that. He said, quote, the bad one would be giving up. Do you think the Spurs gave up?
No.
He's saying it right there.
No.
He's saying that they gave up. And I bring this up because it's obvious. If Victor says it, then maybe it is true. But I'm bringing it up because maybe it's more what the Knicks did.
They did. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna be 100% with you on this. They didn't give up. There's no give up and there's no quit on the team. If they gave up, Knicks would have probably had the lead pretty damn early in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They did not give up. I just don't think they put themselves in the right position to compete with the Knicks towards the end of the game. And again, that goes to coaching, that goes to player understanding. They've got to understand that, you know what, this isn't working. We've got to figure something out. And I go to Fox on that. I go to, Castle and even maybe Dylan Harper as a rookie. He played great tonight, but I go to the guys that are the point guards, that are the leaders on the team, that control the ball, that put the best players in their best position, and maybe going to Mitch and saying, "This isn't working. We need to try this, or we need to do this." I think that they did not give up. They're not gonna give up. They're still gonna play in game 5, regardless if it's a win or loss. They're still gonna play. But I really feel like Victor, when he says he could give up, he's basically saying we could just quit and go to Cancun over the weekend and that's it. We're done. I mean, they could just quit and say, "All right, congratulations, Knicks. We're gonna go. We're done." But they're not, and he's not the type of player that's gonna quit at all on this team. So expect them to fight. Expect them to still be there in game 5, and it's just gonna be another. I'm hoping it's a win, but we'll see. We got another super chat, man.
All right, what we got cooking here?
Austin always paying the bills, bro. I love this guy. Austin says, I know we are all hurting right now, but we need to bury this game when we land back in Texas and move on. Treat like an ex-girlfriend. It's over and done. On to game 5 makes me feel better, guys. Not really. This still sucks.
No, this sucks. Yeah,
There.
well, I'm gonna save it for our categories, but overall, I just like I've been saying in the first segment of this live show here, I think this loss just broke their back. This broke their spirit. As much as they're gonna say it's first to 4, is we're gonna hear that. We're also gonna hear, hey, we are gonna be at home on Saturday. It's still the odds, as Rudy highlighted, are astronomical. Your Spurs are gonna have to beat the Knicks 3 straight. That ain't gonna happen. And by the way, we have so we go back to game 5 for the San Antonio. So game 6, if there is a game 6, we'll be in New York. So yeah, I mean,
Okay, it can happen.
yeah,
The likelihood is very
slim.
unlikely that it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, by all means, if they come back, I will come on this show. I will be quiet. I would
Yeah.
be like, you know what? I owe an apology to this entire team, but only for the first, the last 3 games that they come back on a 3-game winning streak. I would be like, I'm sorry, this is a different team.
I'm gonna get your reaction to this too. So Wemby was asked post game, What did you think of the substitution patterns? And that was a question about Mitch and his substitution patterns.
Yeah.
This is what he said, quote, substitution patterns, I don't know. It's not really my expertise. But yeah, I guess it did.
Which I'm gonna
Shots fired.
which I'm gonna tell you right now. I call bullshit on him saying that he doesn't know about substitution patterns. I mean, you can be a CYO player and you understand you understand substitutions. You understand why certain players are in there. And again, Jeff, you questioned me earlier, and it's a topic that Derek Gervin and I talked about this morning, and we're going to talk about it Friday. The likelihood that this team stays together. That's what I'm telling you. You kind of already see a little bit of it. I mean, if you're gonna, this is the answer. What do you think about substitution patterns? The coaches are the ones they're the ones making the decisions, and I believe that they're making the right decisions. We just couldn't get it done tonight. Maybe it was maybe we could have had another player in there at a certain time, but that's something we'll discuss. That is the typical answer for a player that knows. Okay, I believe in my coaching staff and everything. But as mentioned earlier, this is the type of loss that makes you question everything. That could potentially be a breakup later on in their careers, Jeff. You're hearing it. You heard it right there.
Hey, is Sean Sweeney like, man, can I get out of here now?
Oh, Sean Sweeney has the family already packing and moving to Orlando. He'll be there by Sunday, more than likely, the way it's looking.
And yeah, exactly. All right, let's go ahead and get into our game we have with Rudy every time. By the way, Austin, thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat there. That was really nice of you.
He's gonna get a lot of stuff. I've already made some.
Rudy's gonna hook you up, so just make sure. I hope you already got a hold of Rudy, Austin, so you can get your swag.
We've got it. He DM'd me already. We've been talking about it, and we get some stuff to him.
All right, here we go. It's probably gonna be a lot of positives in the game we have where we play with Rudy. Where we're gonna just randomly, it's standout players turning point. So, and away we go. Rudy, try not to cuss too much. All right, I'm just gonna do that.
I promise.
Here we go.
I'm gonna give you the third quarter and the second half. My turning point was
being in New York.
Yeah, pretty much. My turning point was the 16-second mark on the fourth quarter. Wemby goes up for the block. Knicks missed the basket. It gets tapped out. De'Aaron Fox taps it into the backcourt. He grabs it, goes over a layup that did not have to happen. All he had to do is dribble the ball out. He picked up the ball with 12 seconds left or 13 seconds left. He turns around. He dribbles back out. There's no nick in his side. If you guys don't believe me, I've been watching the replay for the entire show, Jeff. I'm still looking at it right now. He dribbles that ball out. Spurs win 106-105. At worst, they get fouled, go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's because of free throw game. Yeah, exactly.
The only guy to miss free throws tonight was Wemby. Everybody else was perfect from the line. So De'Aaron Fox was 2 for 2. Mr. Clutch could have gone to the line, made 2 free throws, and guess what? You're up 108-105. At worst happens, you go to overtime at worst. So, I mean, yeah, that's my turning point of the game. That is probably the turning point of the series. This is probably the turning point.
You said series.
Series. I mean, this is the series right here. That's the turning point of the series. I'm going to go with that. This is probably the turning point for the Spurs losing another NBA Finals.
I'm going to go with this guy. I think it's obvious. We all know the turning point. It was De'Aaron Fox. Rudy, you took it away from me. If he just dribbles the ball out, ball game, it's over. Done. Or Mitch Johnson calls a timeout. I think he still had 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
Either way, Fox, he has the ball. He should be knowing that. He should have clock awareness. It's not just that, too. He also had a crucial turnover. He was fortunate that Josh Hart missed it, but that continued to allow the Knicks to have that juice, to have that momentum in their favor. Because that tells them, the Knicks, this young Spurs team is falling apart. And they were seeing it. They were experiencing it. It was a complete collapse. I'm going to go with Fox. Fox not dribbling the ball out and making it a free throw game. That's it. And that's all it was. And that, we could be looking at a 2-2 series tie. And we're looking at a 3-1 tie. I was 3-1 lead.
I commented on our friend Eddie Johnson from Sirius XM Radio. And he talked about that, dribbling out. And I said, all he had to do was dribble out. I had one schmuck come at me on X when I said, he said, "You're not running 10 plus seconds off the clock. You don't have to run 10 seconds off the clock. You get the ball with 13 seconds left, you pull it back out, you get the clock down to about 5 or 6 seconds, but you go to the line." So, there's people that know basketball, and then there's people that are idiots, like the guy that commented on me. Fox needs to run that clock out.
All right, Rudy, let's go to our next category here. Which one is going to be for Mr. Rudy Campos? It's going to be this one.
Whew, thank God.
Like, it was all good or bad, Rudy?
Oh,
Stand out bad or stand out good? So
Jeff,
don't limit yourself.
I'm praying that you gave me this one next. I'm giving 100% credit to the guy that's been making me look good the entire series. That was the guy that I picked who had to step up, other than Victor Wembanyama, and that is Devin Vassell, man. Devin Vassell has been a dog, a baller in this entire series. Him and Dylan Harper are the easy two guys to pick out for standouts for the San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell, he was 5 of 8 from 3-point range tonight, 6 of 9 total from the field, 5 rebounds, 4 assists tonight, only 1 turnover, did have a steal. Devin Vassell, for all credit, man, I wrote him off under the Pop tutelage. I mean, for me, Pop just didn't really put Devin in the right spot. Now under Mitch Johnson, Devin Vassell is playing at a whole new level. Like I said, it probably is the coaching. Pop maybe wrote him a little bit harder, maybe didn't put him in better positions. Mitch Johnson and this staff does a tremendous job of it. Devin Vassell's been my standout player for almost the entire series, man. He's really, really, really he's really getting that checks worth. Definitely again. He deserves a starting spot on this team. He deserves to continue to be a starter for San Antonio. He's doing a tremendous job in the NBA Finals. I give so much credit to him. I apologize for saying that we've seen your best basketball and you probably won't get anything more. Then this year you come out and you prove me as well as Derek wrong as well. I mean, we both said it. And yeah, I mean, he's balling. Other standout player. I told you last show, Jeff. OG Anunoby needs to be in the silver and black. I mean, this guy is
he's actually the missing piece for this roster. That's the type of player this team needs.
You know what? You should have, when you traded Kawhi Leonard, you should have asked for either him or Pascal, and then we would be set for life. I mean, both of those guys are tremendous. But those are my standout players. If you want to get to yours, by all means, we do have another super chat in here as well. Austin again, man.
Thank you, Austin. Appreciate it, buddy.
I'm going to spread some positive stuff. Dylan Harper, big time player, very good game. Yeah. And how many times will the Spurs keep letting the Knicks come back? Games 1, 2, and 4. When do you learn this lesson? It feels like the old Spurs, man, where, like Charles Barkley said, there's taxes, there's death, taxes, and Spurs blowing the lead in the fourth. Yeah. So it's Dylan Harper. Yeah. I mean, superstar before he went to Rutgers. Best player in the draft.
And what's frustrating is because we all touted Fox as being the co-star of this team. At this rate, man, who knows? It could be Harper at the rate he's going.
Harper is.
I think Fox is slipping down that totem pole.
So Fox is your max player. That doesn't discredit what he brings to the team. But he gets a max player because he gets a max deal wherever he goes. He has the accomplishments and the accolades for it. So he's going to be a max player no matter where he goes. It's just fortunate he's with San Antonio. That's the way it works. Stephon Castle, he's going to be a superstar in the league. He's going to be an all-star, but his struggles are way bigger than Dylan Harper's struggles. And that's where I think you put Harper above Stephon Castle at the end of the day. I mean, Derek Irvin even said it. You're looking at Harper and Wembanyama as potentially the next Magic and Kareem duo, the next Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal duo. Wow. So that's coming from NBA players, and that's already way in his rookie year. So that should show you how much Harper means to this team. But yeah, I loved Austin's comment there as well.
Well, just hear what Harper had to say. This is what Harper had to say at post game for the debacle. He says, "quote It's no time to complain, no time to point fingers. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us. If we believe we are who we think we are, then it's going to show." That was Harper on the loss to the New York Knicks in Game 4. So and that's the right approach right now. I think you really, really gotta just forget about what happened. It's gonna sting though, because they gotta dwell on this for 2 days straight. There's no quick turnaround. All right.
Yeah.
And think about this too, even if they do force a game 6, they got to travel again. That's more wear and tear on them. That's
But it's not
more.
like they can't win in New York.
Yeah, they proved it already. They already proved it.
I mean, they can win in New York in a game and a half. That's it.
It's him. We saw it again. The Spurs played solid ball for a half. They can win in New York. They just got to play 4 periods of basketball. That's it. But thank you, Austin. I appreciate that. Yeah, going back to what Austin said about games 1, 2, and 4. Again, you just look back at the Knicks playoff run. They won 13 straight games. In those 13 straight games, they had several tremendous comebacks. The
Yeah.
big four was versus the Cavs. Now this is the biggest one for them. Oh my God, they are just going to be riding high going into Game 5 in San Antonio. My goodness. Those Knicks fans that are going to San Antonio on Saturday, they're going to be loud and obnoxious. You know that's coming. You know that's coming.
I'm terrified, and this is legitimate terrified here. I'm terrified of what could potentially happen in San Antonio.
No,
I
don't,
mean,
don't put that vibe out there. Don't put that.
no. I'm just saying. I mean, we got to call it like we do, Jeff. And I'm saying, for what happened in Game 3, if the Knicks win on San Antonio's home court, I'm terrified of what's going to happen after that game. I mean, I hate to say
Partying
it,
downtown, yeah. Well, when the Knicks partying downtown or stuff like that.
yeah.
They're gonna get liquored up.
It's I hope the chief in San Antonio and whatever Bear County they
Yeah.
they're
Hey, Knicks
pretty-
fans, I lived in New York. Let me tell you right now, San Antonio closes at 2 p.m. So you're probably not gonna get a lot of time to party, unlike you can in New York City, unless you take a red eye to New York and
2 a.m.
party up there.
2 p.m. 2 a.m.
Sorry, 2 a.m. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah.
What's a
Fine,
Saturday? Oh, I don't know.
No, bars close at 2 p.m. That's one thing I don't like about living in San Antonio. This whole shutdown at 2 a.m. Sorry.
You're turning your back on the Spurs. I see you're a Knicks fan now.
No, I'm not. I just talking about the city life, not the team.
I love you.
Stand-up player for me is Dylan Harper. 32 minutes, 21 points, 8 for 12 shooting. He was a plus 12 on the night. He was the best plus minus for the Spurs off the bench, mind you. A plus 12. Victor Wembanyama was a plus 1. What about De'Aaron Fox? He was a plus 1. No, it was Dylan Harper who was a plus 12 on the night. So yeah, you got to give it to him. And again, our final category here. Let me pull up the graphic. Here we go.
And standout stat. Do I have
So I hope you don't take it.
do I have to be positive? I mean,
You don't have to be positive. No. Again, it's just a standout stat. What stand out to you, positive, or it could be this negative thing that stood out to you.
you probably got the 30 points right as your standout stat in the second half. If you do, let me
I
know.
don't know. I don't.
If you do, let me know. I won't take it.
I don't.
No, okay. So for me, it's 30 point as a stat.
Mhm.
That's all you scored. You scored less in an entire half than you did in the second quarter, where you had 35 points.
Yeah.
Standout stat is you went into the second half, you were comfortable, you had a 29-point lead, you figured it was game over. They were already packing their bags and they were already boarding the plane going back to San Antonio. Didn't realize they had a second half to play. That is the biggest standout stat to me, is that you showed up for one half thinking that the game was over, not realizing that this same Knicks team had one of the biggest comebacks in NBA history against Cleveland, had been coming back on you pretty much all series long already.
Right.
Your 29-point lead wasn't enough. You needed a 31-point lead at halftime to kind of get this victory. But my standout stat definitely is that 30-point half where, I mean, it's sad, man, when Jalen Brunson has 36 points total. I mean, OG and Anunoby, they both did their damage in the second half.
Yeah.
That's tough. That is super tough. But yeah, for me, that standout stat is that. The other stat I can only come out with, Jeff, is I mean the lead of the game. It was just less than 2 minutes of the Knicks lead. That was it.
Yeah. My standout stat is 33 points from OG and 36 points from Brunson for a combined 69 points on the night from your 2 stars. What about the Spurs? So Fox and Wemby combined for 42. So which team stars rose to the occasion? The Knicks. I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, you got to tip your cap, man. OG came up big for them. Brunson came up big for them in the second half. They were there when it was money time, and it counted. So I'm gonna go with the standout stats. Spurs had no answer for those 2 guys. None. And even Mitch Johnson said, you got to acknowledge what the Knicks did. And in this case, what those two guys did to the Spurs was tremendous. Oh, we got another super chat?
Yeah, Austin, I can hear with another super chat. It says, do you think this might be better for this team learning how to close and win deeper into the playoffs, go through what OKC did in 2024 and come back 1 year later better for it and growing up?
That's a great question. But again, look at the conference that they're in, man. You cannot tell me that the Thunder are going to be looking for revenge next season. You cannot tell me that Dallas is going to regress. They're going to get better. We didn't even talk about the Jazz. The Jazz are sitting pretty right now to be a very strong. With the Blazers, they're up and coming. You see where we're going with this? This is a golden opportunity for the Spurs to get a title before having to go through the gauntlet again. But is it a big learning experience? Of course it is. Are they going to get better than this? Of course.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. But I mean, I'm just trying to just put in perspective here what opportunity they have right now, and it's slipping through their fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I love the question by Austin. It makes a lot of people think because, OKC it's a very deep team, and they are, they're going to be there next year as well. Sam Presti has something cooking in the background. He literally has 2 picks in the first 20 picks in this draft, which he can easily trade away for a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, there's even lately there's talks of them going after Evan Mobley and teaming him up with Chet Holmgren and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
Top it off, they would be able to keep Jay Williams at the same time. So, I mean, they have a lot of opportunities to improve. There's a great possibility Giannis Antetokounmpo goes into the Western Conference. Milwaukee doesn't want to send him into the Eastern Conference. So the West is going to get stronger. It's going to get a lot better. You saw the rise of a team like Portland. You saw the rise of you mentioned Utah. I think Utah is still another year away from being, one of the playoff teams, if you can even believe that. But don't forget, they've got a great team already building in Utah. The West is going to get tougher, and that's why I said that you have to take advantage of this. You were playing so great. The Spurs have played great for 4 games. They really have played great for 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
They've just, I don't know if it's immaturity. I don't know if it's the youth. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, I think they were too cocky. Right?
It could be that too. And then Austin also mentioned the Denver Nuggets. I mean, you cannot count out Nikola Jokic, and Denver's going to make a move in this offseason. I guarantee you they're going to make moves. So the West is going to be a battlefield. It's going to be like the old school days where every team's just going to beat each other up. And the Eastern Conference may have a couple of teams that are just going to dominate on their way to the finals. You've got to take every advantage. And this could be a good learning block, but where's the learning curve? Is it
exactly
or is it the coaching staff? Remember, coaching staff is going to be weaker coming into the next season.
Yeah.
They're not going to be as great with Sean Sweeney. I mean, this is a lot.
Yeah, the defense is going to take a big hit. Yeah.
So this is a lot of questions going into the offseason. And we're not even in the offseason, but I mean, he brought up a great point, Austin did.
Yeah, that's a good point, Austin. Yeah, again, thank you, Austin, for the super chat. Appreciate it. All right. Look, we've been talking this whole show. It's your turn. Rudy, the czar of the comment section. He's been monitoring it.
Start, man. That's a lot. We got a lot. I don't know where
you are. All right, well, just fire him off, Rudy. Do your best.
We'll go to the top. We'll go to the very top. Death Magnet Lord. Love that name. Love the.
Is that a transformer? Picture. That should be a transformer Decepticon.
I don't know, but that Death profile Magnet picture, Lord. I'm already scared of stuff, and that's going to scare me going to bed tonight. It's just embarrassing. Yes, just embarrassing, guys. Look at OKC, Harden, Durant, Westbrook, failed dynasty. I called that earlier to you. I said it earlier to you that I'm not saying it's going to happen in San Antonio.
Too speculative right now.
But you see the same.
Oh, don't say that, Rudy.
I hate to say that. My heart hurts, according to Sir Chili Cone.
We all do, man.
So mad, but but it was a hell of a game. You got to give props to the Knicks, man. I mean, as much as we're upset about the Spurs, you got to give a lot of props to the New York Knicks, man. Opponents, this is the current account. Okay, so yeah, it's the opposition. I would say I'm shocked, but we should be. They've done this before. Garrett Fox getting a lot of hate. Worst clutch player ever.
Hey, look,
Fox can swallow this one,
and rightfully so. And rightfully so.
Yeah, we're not holding back on.
He could have been the hero of the game if he just sat on the ball.
Jeff, that's what I said. That play was a series changer. He holds the ball. Spurs win the game.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, he goes to free throw line, makes them great. They win. But the smart play, if he holds onto the ball and if they win, it's 2-2 going back to San Antonio. All momentum San Antonio. More than likely, they win the NBA title.
Yeah.
He goes for the layup. It gets blocked. All the momentum goes to New York. You see what happened. You saw what happened after that. Yeah, I mean that's the play of the series. That's a big one. Wemby was
that could have been a turning point in the game.
That was
Going for a layup,
game.
trying for a layup. Yeah,
just holding the ball. Those last free throws from Wemby, they did hurt. I mean, he knocks down a couple of those.
Been another point too. Yep.
NBA history, the worst loss in NBA history. You know, Dan would have come back by the Knicks. Too many threes in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Again, I don't know why Fox just didn't hold on to the ball.
Yep.
Has he been on the press conference yet? I mean, has he talked? Is he?
No, he's. I don't think he's gonna talk. I know the Spurs PR. They're gonna protect him.
They gotta let him,
unless he talks in the locker room. That's something that changes everything. All right. But as far as on the conference stage, podium, no, he's not gonna do that.
So Kimberly's in here. Mitch, what is this team's what is the team's go-to play? Fox played like a JV bench player at the end. Why didn't Fox dribble out the clock? That's gonna be on everybody's mind forever.
Harper. Or Irene, how about this? Is that gonna be one of the horrific plays for Spurs history? The Ross Strickland pass, the Manu slap.
It's number one. It's
Fox not dribbling the ball out.
It's number one. I mean, I put it this way. The Ross Strickland pass came in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So, okay, it happened in the finals. You're playing in the actual finals for a title. Mm-hmm. This goes well above Ross Strickland. Mitch
Crumble, before you continue, just heads up, there's like some sort of spam people coming in about promoting some websites, so be careful.
Oh, no, yeah, I always get those. Okay. Don't worry about those. Mitch Crumble, like the first game, when he didn't call timeout, when he got the rebound, he didn't call timeout when Harper was stuck at half court. Again, that's the problem with Mitch, too, is that a lot of we've mentioned it, the timeouts being called. I don't know why he's not calling certain timeouts. I mean, you don't let him play in that first quarter, in that first game. You call a timeout, you set up a play. I mean, rookie mistakes by a head coach. I guess it happens, man. Mm-hmm. Castle should have said we're going to win that. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have probably have said that we're going to win the rest of 3 games in a row. Motivation for the New York.
So I said at the start of the show, man. What I tell you, they were being a little too cocky.
Yeah, Carlos is in here. The Spurs had sucked the life out of the Garden. I don't know why these can start to shoot threes. Mitch should have been telling that team to settle down and kill the clock. Not so much kill the clock. They should have been running a different offense instead of jacking up threes. You have a 7'5" guy, throw his ass in the paint, let him work in there. They're gonna.
We talk about Rudy, the points in the paint had the big difference from the first half and the second half. They went away from that, and Wemby was a part of that.
And even the points in the paint, the Knicks ended up winning the points in the paint battle at the end of the game, 34-28. I mean, you should not allow them to win. Game 5 tickets should be cheap now. There's that comment. Same comment came up here. It's wrap for the Knicks are going to win the series. I think a lot of Spurs fans are feeling that now. It's a real shame the basketball gods have blessed the Knicks. It's their time. New York's going to burn, man. I hate to say it. I went into a meeting.
Would you see the reaction when they canceled the viewing parties in New York City? They rioted.
I saw that. I went to the meeting. We were up 30. We came out to a loss. I'm so hurt right now. Fox blew the game. That's going to be the key point everywhere. Wemby missing free throws. Catastrophic night. Spurs theories in here. Wow, fellas, that was rough.
Hey, what's up, Rehome?
You guys may have touched it on this already, but why on earth was Fox trying to take that layup instead of running the clock? Fire Mitch. He sat Harper in crunch time again.
Ball game management.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson. He hasn't done much in the series. Again, matchups, and I don't know why.
But he's a 6 man of the year, Rudy.
That's during the regular
6 man of the year. Show up.
You would think. I mean, but what he did when he played bully ball in the regular season, it's not working in the playoffs. They're not going to let it be.
Why, Rudy? I wonder why.
Settled for way too many threes. There's just so much discussion about the game to find any clarity to what happened. Knicks are just a lot more disciplined. Very, very good comment. Wemby, really the free throw shooter, not making one of them tells me that the moment, unfortunately, was too big for him. Pressure ate him up. Do you think the pressure was too big for Victor?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think he was just running out of gas, man. He was really gassed out.
You know,
he played all 12 minutes in the fourth.
Yeah, and you know,
play 5 minutes.
It kind of reminds me in the Olympics. France had a lead over the United States in that game. and they blew it in the end. And Victor was a part of that team too.
Now you seen a pattern here?
No, because I don't want to get called out by Spurs fans on that. I'm just saying. I mean, it's happened in the Olympics. Third quarter meltdown. Fire the whole damn coaching staff. Don't worry, Sean Sweeney's already out, so you don't have to worry about that. 31 points in the second half, 76 first half. I'm going to admit it. I'm going to blame this on this. I fell asleep between 8 minutes to go in the third. 3 minutes ago, I fell asleep on that run. I'm sorry.
Way to go, buddy. You should have stayed awake.
Joel needs to stay awake. You got to stay awake, man. Wemby just got traded back to France. They're going after Wemby too.
That was a good one. Huh?
Knicks embarrass y'all over. Okay, the Spurs lose. Yeah, I mean they ended up losing. Damn guys, this is incredible. OG's been killing the Spurs all series. That's the thing. They left a lot of these guys open. You saw, the rotation.
Otto got a clean look.
The rotation on some of these open looks was horrible. I couldn't understand it. Allen for 3 or blown 20-point lead, which is worse? That was what we asked earlier.
Allen for 3.
A lot of people, they did agree with you. Mitch getting out coached, call a timeout again. Yeah, we brought up Mitch earlier. Tough loss indeed. Why didn't they run out the clock again? Hard team to beat 5-7. Spurs left the game in the locker room. Good coaches get the best out of our players. Mitch got the better team and his biggest finals lead flunking in history. Literally get rid of him.
Oh man, I don't think we're there yet.
No, you're not there yet.
This organization fire a coach after one season? No.
They even gave Bob Hill a little bit of time, even though he was fired. He was wrongly fired. Spurs are experiencing extreme highs and lows in the playoffs. It's the feel they need for next season.
Wow, we're talking next season, Rudy.
Well, I mean, I don't blame the guys. Complete meltdown. Where's the damn coaching? Castle picked up his 4th foul early. They were up 25 points. Johnson getting manhandled. Keldon has been getting manhandled in this series. I mean, they're attacking him like he wasn't the 6th man of the year. So
I know.
This is the kind of loss that gets someone fired at the end of the season. They're gonna fire Sean Sweeney. So we'll just say that. They're not gonna fire anybody else.
They're gonna fire
saddest Spurs in Focus show ever. We tried.
I showed Franklin Jella Skeletor.
That. You showed the second best Skeletor. Sorry, Jeff. Game 5, 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 drinks.
I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll be there.
This is going to be an asterisk now. Wemby, if Wemby won,
that's a good topic. That is
a great topic. He should win 4, etc. Yeah,
that's a good topic.
Yeah. I mean, this could be an asterisk, but is it his fault?
No. Whoa.
I mean, again, you're not in the paint or you dominated, but he didn't have the opportunity to dribble out the clock. He didn't mismanage the
free throws. He also was a minus
He did miss
5 in the 4th.
He missed free throws. He wasn't good in winning time, and that's where you make your bread and butter is in winning time. So that's a good one for you to do for the Spurs in Focus. They're rolling out the trophy out. Allen in game 3 was the worst.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Watching me a lot of Knicks fans. Yeah, this one hurts the most. This has got to be rigged because no way. Now Rudy the yellow rope was out. Yeah, see, a lot of people agree with you. It's me, Paul. Someone hold me. People need hugs, man. The Rayon 3 was a gut punch, especially when I got my bill at downtown for drinks. Ooh, this one hurts more because I thought our boys were avenging our fans who got treated bad. Why doesn't Mitch use his timeouts? Mitch uses timeouts the worst time. He's been this way this season. Leto did good. Fox is brought in to prevent this sort of happening, not to cause it. Ooh, I do not disagree with that comment. That's a great comment. You brought in a veteran point guard to lead this team in moments like this. I 100% agree with that statement. I do not disagree with that at all, Jeff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What's we got cooking?
Let this be the day you thought you had the Knicks. Jack Sparrow's voice. Love Knicks fans when they come in here. Wait,
you know that whole Pirates of Caribbean was based off of an amusement park ride? That's crazy.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You want to know something even crazier about it?
Is that
I've yet to see any of them.
What's wrong with you? They're pretty good.
I work, Jeff, 24 hours a day. I don't have time for movies.
Do what I do. I have a little floating screen that I watch movies while I work.
I need to do that. I
finished the final season of The Boys. It sucked.
I have yet to finish it because I don't want to really see it right now.
Don't bump it
but
up.
I did finish Spider-Noir. What would you think? I would say probably one, if not the best Marvel show I've
Yes,
ever seen.
yes,
Period.
it's up
I
there.
mean,
And
Disney
Nick
can
Cage,
Disney can screw it. Amazon
Nick
Prime make
Cage
all the Marvels.
did phenomenal. They played into that he's old. I like that. You couldn't hide it. I
Yeah.
love that. But anyway, go. Let's go back. Let's go back to the
What is the game plan though? They need to be up by 40. Never liked the Fox signing. Okay, some people did, some people
I
didn't.
did like his name though. Go back to his Where You Can Street Fighter movies coming up next.
Ryu Ken. I gotta ask Ryu Ken, who's your favorite, Ryu or Ken? If Fox was intending to try and score, then he needed to be like a wide receiver and go on a route and do a full stop to get a pass interference. Such a poor decision.
Yeah. He
Let this
managed
be the day you remember 99 Spurs beating Knicks. This made a 20-year dynasty. Okay, I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, there's a chance.
Could it be? It looks like the Knicks want to wrap it up Saturday night. I think that's a true fact. They
Yeah,
don't want to give.
They don't want to
anybody opportunity.
call it a day. Yeah.
75% of time calling into work tomorrow. I've got to work, unfortunately. Revenge is sweet. That's a part. I'm out. Back to the Knicks chat. Winners only. I love that. Got another super chat, man. Austin's gonna end this tonight. We got a lot more comments, but Austin's gonna.
Oh, yes, sure.
That's why $5 super chat. That's why experience remains one of the greatest advantages of basketball. I may not sleep tonight after this, thinking about what we had. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, you are literally one dribble out away from being 2-2. You are literally one box out. And Jeff, can we compare this? You know what? You said Ray Allen's 3 was the biggest loss in Spurs history. Do you realize it happened the exact same way as it did tonight? No box out,
Oh, that's right. It did. Yeah.
missed free throw,
Missed
tapped out
free
to Ray
throws
Allen,
and
3-pointer.
a box out. Yeah.
Jalen Brunson missed 3-pointer, no box out on OG Anunoby.
But still, a title was on the line, though. That's the difference. The trophy was coming out.
But they also played Game 7
Trophy
in
was
that
still coming out.
series. In that series, they played Game 7. The Spurs had a
Trophy is on
chance.
the sidelines.
The Spurs had a chance to win in Game 7, and they couldn't win in Game 7. This Spurs team, they've got to win 3 in a row. All they had to do was win this game to win the series. That is it. This is the biggest kick in Spurs nuts history. That is it. This is it. I will argue that fact now.
No, still
I will
railing.
definitely argue it. Austin,
Still railing.
you need to rest somehow. You know what? If I need to send Austin melatonin or whatever, let me know. He's got to get rest. He's got to get some sleep, brother.
Okay, what is he saying?
We got more comments here. I'm getting back to him here. 29-point lead. Haha. I am crying. Knicks in 5. We got more Knicks fans. Come on. I love Knicks fans. You got 20 years plus run and 4 more ships a little bit, but biggest 3 of all time. Yeah.
All right, that's true. Yes, the basketball guys have smiled on San Antonio.
Yeah, they didn't go. Yeah, that didn't go very well. No, it didn't. I wonder what's going to be on the front page of the New York
You
Post.
see what was on the front page? Yesterday, or technically yesterday, it was wanted for war crimes from Wemby. It was crazy.
All right, we got another super chat in here. Somebody different at ZQ48. Is Fox the new Richard Jefferson?
Oh my!
The guy we thought we needed, but kept the juice. I mean, Fox has produced a lot more than Richard Jefferson has. Richard Jefferson was absolute trash.
Just touted as the Kobe savior. Remember that?
No, I mean not the Kobe savior. He was just. I don't know what the Spurs. Well, I don't know what the Spurs thought they got in Richard Jefferson. I mean, you got more out of, you got a lot more out of Derek Anderson signing in free agency than you did Richard Jefferson. I mean, golly, Jeff, that's bad, man. Richard Jefferson was horrible.
By the way, you do have comments from De'Aaron Fox. As
we got to get into that.
I talk in the locker room.
Okay, so we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. But what do you think on the Richard Jefferson talk? I mean, is Fox comparison? What would be Fox's comparison as far as the signing goes?
Not as bad as Jefferson. RJ was worse. No. Yeah.
Is he worse than? I mean, Speedy Claxton was a better signing.
Oh, by far, Speedy Claxton was a better signing.
Can we say that?
You know who was a signing that I thought wasn't given a chance to thrive in San Antonio? Hito Turkoglu. I feel like they jettisoned him. They cut him.
He did thrive. He did thrive, and he did do good.
So quick.
Yeah, they did. I love the comment though. He's not the new Richard Jefferson. at all. He's done a lot more than Rich has. Let me get the other comments here. Spurs played dumb basketball by Chauncey Billings. Love that one. Type of loss that breaks couples up in the 2-1-0. It also breaks teams up in the 2-1-0. So just keep that in mind. Put Mason on the floor. First Spirit Airline goes under, and now this. Fire Mitch. Shots fired. That was an amazing game. Absolutely the greatest Knicks game ever. I would give you props, Knicks.
It was,
fans.
yeah.
Give you
It was.
props.
It technically was the greatest Knicks game ever. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. The turning point was halftime. Players dictated the second half. No coaching at all. Damn, guys, this is incredible. Fox's IQ was the worst out there. Mitch could have.
Can we get into Fox's comment now? Can we get into Fox's comment now?
Go ahead. We'll get to more comments in a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, this is via Ben Golliver.
Okay.
From let me get the right outlet here from ESPN.
Okay.
Spurs De'Aaron Fox on his late layup attempt. Here we go. I tried to get a layup to get up 3. Force them, Knicks, to need a 3. And OG made a good block. So he wanted to up the score, basically. That's why he didn't dribble off the clock.
You could have done that by going to the free throw line.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have easily done that by going to the free throw line. Now, are we guaranteeing he makes 2 free throws? No. But the key is you give the Knicks potentially 6 seconds, maybe, of clock time, which, think about it. Jalen Brunson takes that shot up. Maybe there's no offensive rebound. There's not enough time for it.
I want to go back to my overconfidence going into this game because I saw it. This is from reaction on social media. This is from Bobby B357. Okay. Quote, maybe kill the overconfidence until you figure out how to play a full 48. This team was 2 smiley smiles after the one win. I like the fact they didn't celebrate after the win in game 3, but I felt the chatter going into game 4 was a little too cocky.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, the cockiness was there. And I probably wouldn't have said, "Oh, I'm gonna go, get, we're gonna get the next 3 like Stephon did." I mean, you've got to take care of business. You beat the Knicks in Game 3, no doubt about that. You did what you had to do, but it comes back to another thing we talked about. Those players, the team that is the best in closing time, that's been the New York Knicks. They've been the most clutch team in closing time, and that's something that the Spurs have not been. They've lost these games at the end of the game, and it happened again. You cannot win a title if you can't close out games. And forget the regular season. You've got the regular season down packed. It's playoff time. When you go to that first round, you're good. When you get to the second round, it gets a little harder. When you get to the semifinals, it's extremely difficult. When you get to the finals, it's impossible if you play like shit in the fourth quarter every single game. It's impossible to win. So learning curve, yeah, cockiness, I'm cool with it, but you've got to learn to win before you can be that cocky.
Yeah.
Jeff needs to be courtside on San Antonio Saturday for the Spurs, and he celebrates the pro. I don't know.
Let me tell you another tale from New York City. I went to the Tribeca Film Festival one year, and sitting next to me was Katie Holmes from Batman Begins, and entering the room and sitting in the row ahead of me was Elijah Wood. So there we have it.
From Lord,
and I have proof of me having a special screening of Birds of Prey, and showing up was Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor. I have photos of me and him.
Black Mass, man.
Yep.
I think he did a good job on that. We did not even block on the tip end of the end of the game. Everybody's just watching the ball again, rebounding. Go back to Ray Allen's shot. Same thing, rebounding. Yeah, and Vox made a mistake, but the Spurs whole team made a mistake taking 8 threes in a row and missing all of them. That was a killer, dude. Again,
there were just so many momentum killers in this game.
Tons of them. I hear y'all, but one play does not cost the game. I'm sorry, Pop would tell you this. I agree with that. I agree. One play does not cost you the game. It's similar to what Pop says. You hit a rock 999 times, and then it cracks on the 1,000th hit. Well, it's not that one hit, it's the other hits that happened before.
And it works both ways too, in losses and wins.
It does, because they attempted so many threes in that second half. If you're not making them, you need to stop shooting them. And sadly, this is the NBA today. Everybody's in love with the 3-point shot, because when they make it, they decide to throw their hands up like one of those dummy, celebrate things on the stores where they're just doing
Yeah.
this and that. I mean, it's getting ridiculous, but they're living and dying by the three. Fox made critical mistakes at the end. Coaching was terrible. There should have been some vet presence.
What did I say?
Fox,
What did I say?
Harrison Barnes. I
Harrison
mean,
Barnes would have been perfect to calm the waters.
you did. I mean,
You don't need him to
better-
score. You don't need him
Just
to
still being out
throw a
there.
dunk.
It's
Just
just-
settle the boys down.
Just being out there is
Yeah.
all you needed from him. Trade Fox, trade Mitch, trade everyone not named Vassell. There you go, my boy Devin Vassell. Finally coming through here. Taylor Swift
Probably did
courtside.
give him a super chat for saying things about Vassell.
Yeah, I got to give him. Harper's been a blessing, so the future looks bright.
Yes, 100%. Yep.
Major. We told you change the coach Mitch Johnson before or after game 3. I don't know if you can change coaches during this.
Mid playoffs. So
This is the kind of loss that makes Jackals break their bracelets. Jackals have been quiet on social media. FYI, bars close at 2 a.m.
Yep, they
Damn,
do.
literally at a loss for words.
Everybody is saying that. Everybody is.
Let's see. Come on, Jeff. Spike and Tracy's there. On point with the standout stat. Either you or me. I can't remember who had a good one.
Yeah,
Denver is still there.
But their window's closing already. It's already, you can see it closing already.
Oh, definitely. Did I miss a comment up here? Maybe not. Or maybe it got deleted. At the beginning of the series, we were too cocky. There are things coming out of Castle's mouth, Wemmy's mouth, and you don't respect the team. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what.
And I need women to stop doing the freaking Attack of Titan move. All right, you know what that signifies, right? I mean, I know you know what that means. He needs to quit with that already.
Yeah.
That means you're upping your power level and you're becoming a Titan. He wasn't a Titan when it mattered in the fourth period.
Titans don't shoot 9 for 25 from the field,
or go -5 or 6 in the fourth.
Hey, but he's generational, right, Jeff? 9 for 25 from the field.
Generational, I forgot. Yeah, he's generational.
This is the type of loss that makes Mayor Gina tell us Spurs fans, see, I told y'all. Eesh, I don't know about that, man. Don't get Spurs fans on Project Marvel. Good evening, Artist Jim. Appreciate you joining us in here tonight. Good evening, man. Somewhat of a good evening. I'm sorry if I see, but I know deep in history, Max, yeah.
All right, well, I need to correct myself. No, Wemby was a -16 in the fourth.
Ouch.
Not a 6. That was a 6. No, he's -16 in the fourth.
Ouch. I'm trying not to be I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here, but if we get another coach besides Mitch puts us over the top, and that's what we have to do. I don't know if you're at that point, Mitch Johnson going yet. At least you guys got me back into Thundercats.
Hey, let me tell you something right now. Artist Jim 114. Go read Thundercats versus Silverhawks comics. I guarantee you.
I read it.
You will just be mouth wide open, eyes wide open. You would never seen such exquisite writing from two character bases come together. It's beautiful. Go check it out.
Yeah,
and by the way, you're gonna probably hate the Silverhawks at the end of the day. I mean, I'm warning you now.
Spurs are lead off of Victor and athletic, great young players. I haven't seen the Pirates of the Caribbean either. See, I'm not the only one. My stalker's in here, Jeff. There's still a chance.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Gina.
We'll see about that. The Ross Strickland meltdown happened in 90 in the first round against the Blazers. Yeah, that's what I mean. That one, this collapse went.
Yeah, that way ahead of him. Yep.
The Fox move is the one that took over for that. There's no doubt about that. Guaranteed we would have won with Eric Smostra or Rick Carlisle coaching, guaranteed.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, Dick is short for Richard, so he's not.
I would, if you had Eric Spoelstra, Jeff, yeah. I mean,
I think, yeah.
I'm not taking away from
You win.
Coach Mitch, but you probably do win there.
Yeah.
Hated that Richard Jefferson. Nixon 7. Oh, he's going 7 games on this one. I don't even know if they get to 7, but I would love to see it go to 7 games. I will be fine, Jeff and Rudy. I got to get my farm work to pay the bills. I'll be questioning my head at a while. Yeah, I live in the country, so I know definitely about farm work. I don't own a farm, but it's a lot of work. I thought Rudy's biggest disappointment was when Bill Belichick took the UNC job. That was my biggest hatred. I hate it when Bill Belichick did that. Mitch does not have control of this team. That's what's happening. Can we get Derek Irvin on ESPN NBA today? I will definitely text him.
That would be awesome if he does.
Do you guys think De'Aaron Fox deserves all the blame?
All the blame, no, but a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Percentage. Give me a percentage, Jeff. And really, it's one play. It's one play.
No, hold on. I got to blame on Mitch,
Okay.
Fox, Wemby, supporting cast. So I'm looking at the bench. Oof. I'm giving Mitch 40% of the blame. I'm giving Fox. He is a veteran. So I'm going to give him about 25% of the blame.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. But I mean, the blame game, it goes back to that one play. I mean, that's
I was thinking, I know it says one play, but it was like a chain reaction. It was
you should not have been in
don't
that
dribble
position.
out. It's like you don't dribble out, you get blocked. The momentum still goes the next way. They capitalize on that block. You see, it was like that one play just shot everything, the domino effect.
Yeah, and I get it. You can't go off of one play, but it's that one play that could have made everything else disappear.
Yeah.
You would have forgot about the misses, 8 missed three-pointers. You would have forgot about
Yeah.
the misses with the free throw line. So I don't know. I mean, I would say he gets a good amount of the blame for that one play. We deserve to lose the finals. Blowing a 30-point lead is unacceptable. Mitch Johnson and Fox need to be fired.
Mhm.
Or maybe Fox could stop losing the ball. Maybe we could stop going from dumb lobs to Wemby when trying to close out. That kind of hurt them a little bit tonight. De'Aaron Fox cost us the game. Is there a case for OG Anunoby Finals MVP? Yes. 100% yes.
Yep.
I would probably put OG number 1 for Finals MVP. Most consistent player so far for the Knicks. Brunson struggled in a lot of the first couple of games. So give me OG Anunoby for Finals MVP if the Knicks do win. And I put if like in a very small font, like 2-point font, for if. Boxing out defense has been an issue for a long while. Tonight cost us. I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. I'm not crying. You're crying. See you Saturday.
We're all crying. We're all crying.
2013 ranks up there, but 2016 Tim Duncan last season, the 4-2 loss to OKC Thunder might have won it that year. Possibly. Last comment in here. How many Knicks do you believe will be here on Saturday night? Knicks fans, I believe. Probably be another.
I think we could think about it. For Knicks fans, for them to possibly get a chance to see the Knicks win the title in San Antonio, they're going to make that trip.
There's going to be more Knicks fans than Spurs.
There's going to be a lot more Knicks fans. Yeah,
probably.
Well, no, I think more Knicks fans. They're not going to outnumber the Spurs fans, but there will be a little bit more Knicks fans.
At this case, I don't know, man. The last one is you guys have any thoughts on the New York Knicks fans doing all that stuff from yesterday or the last game?
Oh yeah, we talked about it already. Yeah, just horrible. Right. Although I did, some Knicks fans get a hold of me say that those were very, very isolated incidents that for the most part, Spurs fans that were coming out of the game were fine. So I think those Spurs fans just kind of wrong place, wrong time, but nevertheless, should never happen.
Yeah, it should not have happened at all. And I will say that it was a very bad look for New York. I'm supposed to maybe go there at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of made me feel like I questioned whether going there. So
right.
I don't like to put my family in any danger. And when I see that, I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to another state like that. But Jeff might talk me into going. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, Fox. So yeah, people are just, and then Jeff's buying all the ticket savers from the Knicks fans taking over.
Well, I wish. Well, at the rate that super chats are going in by you, Austin, maybe I can.
Yeah. We're gonna buy out the Frost Bank Center.
We're gonna name the Frost Bank Center Sports Talk with Austin at this rate.
I would say that would be perfect. We should probably do that, man.
We're caught up. Oh,
yeah. Richard Jefferson is atrocious. So yeah, that's the last comment we got.
Yeah. Thank you all for those comments. We appreciate it staying up with. By the way, kudos to everybody. As of this point right now, 1,010 people watching right now. So shout out to you guys.
Best post-game show, Spurs post-game show. I'm looking at the numbers.
Wish it was better news, everybody.
Yeah, best Spurs post-game show. We appreciate everybody joining here. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And for all those that did super chats, we appreciate it, Austin. Everybody else, who did it, thumbs up to you guys. So once again, your San Antonio Spurs are in trouble, big time trouble. They are now down 3-1 versus the Knicks in the NBA Finals. The odds are astronomical for them to win 3 straight versus the New York Knicks. Game 5 will be in San Antonio this Saturday. Hopefully the Spurs can avoid the Knicks celebrating on their home gym, but that is a strong possibility after the Spurs lost 107-106, blowing a 29-point lead. You heard that right. And a 20-point lead in the fourth. Yeah. The final score was the Knicks lead. That's it. That was the finals. That's the Knicks lead. So hopefully the Spurs can shake this off. It's going to be tough because they got to sit on this for 2 days straight. before resuming play this Saturday. So we'll see if the boys can do it. Rudy, what's going on with the answer?
Yeah, man. So Derek Irvin and myself are gonna attempt to take Spurs fans off of the ledge here on Friday on the Friday drive.
They're already jumped
Sports
off the ledge
answer.
already.
We're gonna try to find some positives. You giving me a couple of days to find some positives for Friday's show. Next game is not till Saturday,
And
so
you?
we'll get you ready. Yeah, we'll Derek usually gets me in a positive sense, so that's why I kind of
Yeah.
like that about him there. But yeah, we'll get you ready for game 5, whether it's a Knicks championship or the Spurs can potentially make it into a game 6. We'll see that. We'll get you ready for that as well. And NFL's coming up, so we got
Yeah.
football to talk about. We'll even give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to the Toros, man. They're
That's right. They start this Sunday. Well, their home opener is this Sunday.
so that we'll probably talk a little bit about them, give them a shout out as well on this Friday. So a lot more sports coming up. Don't let the Spurs loss get to you. Go to bed, wake up knowing it's a better day tomorrow, and could be worse, man. I mean, they could have been in the lottery again. I don't know. I mean, this is house money, Jeff. It's house money.
Is it really house money now?
They were not supposed to make
You're
the
right.
playoffs. They were supposed to be a 44-win team, be in the play-in. So you're talking about a team in the finals that should have never been there. So
See, but I don't want that to be like a moral victory.
it's not a cop out.
you know?
No, there's no moral victory. I mean,
Yeah.
they should have won. They should be up 3-1. I mean, there's no moral victory. They suck in the finals. I mean, they're just sucking it up bad. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
they're
Stage
44-win team. Their 44-win team is showing right now. That's what it is.
Big stage. I see we got a few more comments here. No, Tim, I am not moneybags. You blame that on Jimenez. What's the next one, Rudy?
I don't know what to think anymore. They blew a 30-point lead. I can't trust them.
29. I'll take
We'll
one point.
We'll round it up. Spurs are cooked. My Red Sox suck, slipping all the way to football season. Yeah, I am ready for football season. Spurs blew games 2 and 4. They absolutely did. Should have been a 3-1 lead in this series. Yo. Something he's going and then go Philadelphia Eagles winning Super Bowl 2026. I seriously doubt that.
Ain't gonna.
We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that on the show. So don't worry about
Yeah. By the way, what a way to close out the show right now. This is from CBS Sports.
Okay.
Let me get the guy's name so I can give the right attribution here.
Sure.
This is from Chris Walker, a CBS Sports color analyst.
Okay.
He's reacting to the Spurs loss to the Knicks. This is all he's going to say. He just said, quote, "The dumbest coaching I've ever seen in my life."
I did see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving right along, everybody. So there you have it. We'll see if your Spurs can definitely rally. It's going to be tough, but there is a game 5. We'll just take it from there. We'll be back for sure tomorrow with a game 5 preview. We don't do shows for the weekend. The exception will be this weekend, obviously, because of the game 5. But we'll have that ready for you to get you ready for game 5. It'll be me, and right now we have Shane Carter from Ticket 760 on board, so he'll discuss. We'll probably look back at this game and then look forward to the game on Saturday. So there's that, everybody. You all need to subscribe to Spurs in Focus wherever you get your favorite podcasts: iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube Music, YouTube. The list goes on and on.
You're putting Quaps in here. So sorry, guys and gals. F New York Spurs in 7.
I'll take it, Quap. I'll take it.
I'll
take it.
Too, man.
As a Substack, go subscribe right now. Spurs in Focus Substack. Go check it out. Please subscribe there. I definitely appreciate it. And obviously subscribe to the show here on YouTube. Right now, you're here already, so might as well hit the subscribe button and do that real quick. And y'all, thank y'all for making Spurs in Focus your first and only spot for all things San Antonio Spurs. You want to come here every day, every time, every way possible to get your Spurs fix and silver and black news, all that good stuff. You want to unsubscribe to the rest, only subscribe here to Spurs in Focus. 3-1 deficit, Spurs fans. It is what it is. We'll see what they're made of in game 5. So for Mr. Rudy Campos, you want to follow him on X at The Sports Answer. Follow me on X at Jeff G Spurs Zone. I am Jeff Garcia, and now you're in focus with Spurs in Focus.